The Homestead Grays return to their home stadium for Game 6 and hopefully Game 7 from their account. And drawing pitching duties today will be Roy Partlow. He was a left-handed pitcher, a power pitcher, he had a good fastball, he had excellent control, but he wasn't well trained as a pitcher, and sometimes he would be temperamental on the mound and sometimes lack poise. He was a good pitcher, though, for the Homestead Grays in the late 30s, early 40s. He had a 2.97 Negro Leagues earned run average against league competition. Also pitched in the Winter Leagues, partly with San Juan. He ended up with the Philadelphia Stars in 46 and 47. And he was signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers organization, one of the early signings, and sent to Montreal as a teammate of Jackie Robinson. But the two did not socialize. They didn't get along great, and their wives actually never met each other. Partlow went 2-0 for Montreal and abruptly left the team inexplicably. Went back to the Philadelphia Stars. Sometimes drinking was a problem with him later in life after his baseball career, and it led to him getting in fights and in trouble. Welcome, everybody, to Game 6 of the 1938 Super Series between the world champion New York Yankees and the Negro League champions Homestead Grays. The Yankees have an advantage in the series, 3-2. This is Game 6. The Yankees could eliminate the Grays with a victory today. Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics. We've had the introductions. We're playing basic Apba. Only I generally use the merino boards with the letter grades on the pitchers. Thinking last night about moving the letter grades, sort of like doing a bullpen roll as in Fall Classic, where I'll roll a dice. I'm not doing this today, but this is what I'm thinking about, rolling a dice to see exactly excuse me, which column they would be using. So if I roll a 4, I would take the 5 spot for a C pitcher. 5 would be column 10, or 4 would be column 9, 3 would be 8, 2 would be 6, 1 would be, let's go over this again. 6 would be 1, 7 would be 2, 8 would be 3, 9 would be 4, and column 10 would be 5. And so forth with each letter grade to see if they have a little bit better stuff or a little bit worse stuff. That might be a new home rule I do when I play with the merino boards and the letter grades. All right, but we're going to do the 8th column for grade C today. And Frank Rossetti steps into the box. Let's get this started. Here's the pitch to Rossetti for Game 6. 4-4 is an 8 against a C. That's going to be a leadoff single for the Crow, Frank Rossetti. Average runner at first. Yankees don't steal many bases. Here is Red Rolf. .32 is a 2-6 hit on the ground to second base. Carlisle throws to his shortstop covering second. They retire Rossetti, fielder's choice. And now Red Rolf is the runner at first. 1 down. Here is Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio's having a good series. He is 6 for 17 with a homer, 2 doubles, and 5 runs batted in. 5-6 is a fly ball hit to right field. Moving to his left is Big Jim Williams, makes the catch. 2 outs, and now Luke Gehrig. Luke Gehrig coming off a tough World Series. We went 4 for 14 with just 4 singles. 6-3 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Yankees are retired in the first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Gray's coming to bat. Spud Chandler's on the mound for the New York Yankees. He is a grade C/Z pitcher. He pitched game 3 of this series and was a winning pitcher, scoring a complete game and allowing only 2 runs. Jerry Benjamin steps in the box for the Grays. 42 is a 9 against a C. Mile high pop-up towards third base. And Red Wolf calls for it and makes the catch. 1 away. Here's the player manager, Vic Harris, left fielder for the Homestead Grays. 4-2 is a 42, hit by pitch ball. And we do have a home rule on potential balls. If I roll double, there's going to be a fight. And we roll doubles, there is a brawl. Right here, right away. Let's see if anybody's injured. No. The umpires are going to give a warning to Spud Chandler, and they're talking to Vic Harris. Let's roll doubles to see if they're going to eject him. They don't. Harris will stay in the game. Chandler will stay in the game. But if this continues, expect some ejections. Harris takes first. And now Chandler has got to deal with Josh Gibson. All he's doing is 6 for 15, 400 batting average with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. He's followed by 2 strong hitters in Big Jim Williams and Buck Leonard, so that Chandler is going to take him on. Here's the pitch to Josh Gibson. 36 is a 2 balls and no strikes. He's working carefully. 45, he doesn't want any part of Josh Gibson. Ball 4. First and second for the Grays. 1 down. Here's Big Jim Williams. He's having a great series. 7 for 18 with 3 doubles. 51. That's a looper over Crossetti's head at shortstop. That's going to be a base hit. The runner on second, Vic Harris, will score, and Josh Gibson will go to second, first and second. But the Homestead Grays are on the board 1-0 in the first. Williams delivers. Here is Buck Leonard. Leonard's got 3 home runs in this series, not a high average. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Buck Leonard. 41 is a 24. Ball hit right to Crossetti out at second. Throw to first in time. It's a double play. 6-4-3. That ends the first inning. The Grays get on the board. We go to the top of the second. Homestead 1 and New York 0. Yankee catcher Bill Dickey leads off for New York. Partlow, again, is a CY pitcher. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Big Jim Williams tracks it down and makes the catch. Tommy Heinrich. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Heinrich goes back to the dugout, a strikeout victim. 2 outs. Now Joe Gordon. Base hit to left. It rolls to the wall, and Gordon will go to second with a double. He's in scoring position. Here is Merle Hogue, starting for the first time. He's had a few pinch hit appearances. He's starting for Twinkle Toes today. Here's the pitch to Merle Hogue. 2-2 roll. That's a base hit for Hogue. Bloop to center field in front of Jerry Benjamin. Falls in, and the run scores. Yankees tie the game 1-1. Here is the pitcher, Spud Chandler. And 5-3 is a 21 that will test the first baseman. Leonard is fielding column 1, but that's going to be an error. One base error. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's correct. So now we got runners on first and second with 2 outs. And back to the top of the order, Frankie Crosetti. Partlow is not happy with that. Here's the pitch to Crosetti. 63 is a fly ball to center field. Jerry Benjamin tracks it and pulls it out of the sky. That's it for the Yankee threat, but they score once. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-1 tie. All right, Chandler returns to the mound. CZ pitcher. He'll be pitching to Henry Spearman to lead off the bottom of the second. 23 is hit on the ground to second base. Joe Gordon is up with it and throws out Spearman 1 down. Matt Carlisle. 25 is a chopper past the pitcher, rolls in the center field for a base hit. Carlisle's on first with 1 out. Fast runner. Here is Jelly Jackson. 5-3 is an 18. Tough play by Crosetti. He's got it, throws to first. Jackson's retired, and the runner goes to second. Brings up Roy Partlow. Partlow is a .256 lifetime hitter. He hit .243 in 1948. Runner on second. There's 2 down. Pitch from Chandler, 35, is a swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the top of the third, still tied 1-1. All right, the very consistent Yankee third baseman will lead off. Red Wolf, the 11 hitter in 1938. 21 is a fly ball to Jerry Benjamin in center field. He makes the catch, and Red Wolf is 0 for 2 today. It is Joe DiMaggio's turn to bat. Fly to right, his first time up. 1-4 is a fly ball now to the left side, caught by the left fielder Vic Harris. 2 outs. Lou Gehrig. Ground ball down the left field line. Fair ball. It's going to go to the corner. Lou Gehrig has a double. And now Bill Dickey with the runner in scoring position. Yankees could take the lead with a hit here. Here's Partlow's pitch to Bill Dickey. 56 is a 34. That is going to be a pop-up to the second baseman. Matt Carlisle calls for it and makes the catch. Go to the bottom of the third. We're knotted up at 1. The very speedy Jerry Benjamin will lead off for the Homestead Grays. He led the Negro Leagues 1 year in stolen bases, beating out Cole Papa Bell. 23 is a 26 hit on the ground to second base. Joe Gordon's up with it. Quick throw to first. 1 down. Here's player manager Vic Harris. Hit by a pitch led to a rhubarb in the first inning. 51 is a 8 against the C. That's a base hit for Vic Harris. He's been on base twice with 2 hits, 1 on him and 1 by him. Josh Gibson comes to bat, 1 down. Always a dangerous moment here. Chandler goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch to Josh Gibson. 42 is a 9 against a C. Slow order to third. Red Wolf picks it up with a bare hand and throws to first. Gibson's retired, and Vic Harris goes to second base. 2 outs. Big Jim Williams. Williams drove in the only run for the Grays in the first inning with a single, 21. He's going to be out this time. It's a fly ball to medium depth right field. Tommy Heinrich calls for it. Makes the catch. We go to the top of the fourth. Yankees won and the Grays won. Old reliable Tommy Heinrich will lead off the top of the fourth inning for the Yankees. He tells the story of during World War II, his last game before he went into the United States Coast Guard. They were playing in Detroit, and Dizzy Trout was pitching against him in Detroit. And the public address announcer announced that this would be Tommy Heinrich's last at bat before going into the military. And everybody stood up and gave him a standing ovation. And Dizzy Trout held the ball for the longest time, and he said, "This happens once in a lifetime. Enjoy it." And then after a long while, Trout resumed pitching and threw nothing but fastballs to Heinrich, and he knew Heinrich was a fastball hitter. He threw in 6 straight fastballs, and Heinrich lined the 6th one for a base hit to center field. And he says, "That's some kind of class, isn't it?" Referring to Dizzy Trout. Here's a pitch to Tommy Heinrich, 65 is a 35. Popped up behind home plate. Josh Gibson throws away the mask and makes the catch. 1 down in the top of the 4th. Here's Flash Gordon. 2-3 is a ground ball back to Partlow. He's got it, throws to first. 2 up and 2 down. And now Merle Hogue. He has the only RBI for the Yankees. 56 is a 34. Popped up, or Y. Y's got the, Partlow has the Y strikeout modifier. So that's a strikeout caught looking. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 tie. Buck Lerner leads off the bottom of the 4th for the Homestead Grays. Played his entire career with the Grays. He was referred to as the Black Lee Gehrig. 1-6, 28. High hopper hit to the shortstop, Franco Rossetti. He's got it, throws to first. 1 down. Henry Spearman. 42 is a base on balls. Second walk surrendered by Chandler. And Spearman goes to first base. Matt Carlisle, smallest man on the team, 5'6". Here's a pitch to Carlisle. 55 is an 8. That's a single to center field, fielded by DiMaggio. Spearman goes to third, and the Homestead Grays have runners on the corners with 1 down. Yankees are going to play the infield in for light-hitting Jolly Jackson. And it seems like every time I refer to him as a light hitter, he hits one on the nose. This one is hit to the gap in left field, and it's going to go to a wall. Spearman scores, Carlisle scores, and Jolly Jackson doesn't stop until he gets to third. With a 2 RBI triple, the Homestead Grays 3, Yankees 1. Here's the pitcher, Roy Partlow, hitting the 240s in 1938. Yankees will play the infield in. Here's the pitch to Partlow. 3-3 roll, 8. Grounded past the pitcher Chandler. It will roll in the center field, and Jackson will score on the pitcher's RBI single. 4-1 Homestead Grays. So Partlow helps his cause with the bat. Here is top of the order, and Jerry Benjamin, 1 down. 3 runs are in. Here's the pitch to Benjamin. 6-3, fly ball to center field. Joe DiMaggio has it under control and makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Vic Harris. One 5 is an 11. That's a single to left field, and Partlow will go to third. Vic Harris will steal on the next pitch. I give the catchers a chance to throw the runner out. Bill Dickey is a 9 rated catcher. 11 through 26, he'll be thrown out. Here's the throw from Bill Dickey. 65, he's safe. And if he was an 8 catcher, that ball would be an error throw, but he is a 9 catcher. 66 would be an error. But a stolen base for Vic Harris, second and third for Josh Gibson. Now, let's see. He's 0 for 1. Big Jim Williams actually has a higher batting average in the series. They're going to go ahead and try to pitch to Gibson, but I'm sure they're going to do it carefully. Chandler goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch to Josh Gibson. 51 is an 8. That's a single. And both runners will score. Big inning for the Homestead Grays in the fourth. 2 more runs. Makes 5 runs scored in the inning, and it is now Homestead 6, New York nothing, timeout. New York 1, timeout though. Yankees are calling for a new pitcher. That will be Wes Farrell. He is a grade C pitcher with no modifiers. He will be a grade B pitcher for 1 batter only for same-sidedness. Here's a pitch to Big Jim Williams. 1-3 is a 40. That's a ground out to the first baseman. Pitcher covering. That closes out the inning. But the Homestead Grays bat around and score 5 runs. Go to the top of the 5th, 6-1 Homestead. Wes Farrell will stay in the game and lead off the 5th inning. They probably want some innings out of him. And Roy Partlow, remember, is a CY pitcher. Here's the pitch to Wes Farrell, 3-2. 26 is a ball hit on the ground. Right to the second baseman, Matt Carlisle, who goes to a knee, makes sure it doesn't go through and throws out Wes Farrell at first base. One out. Frankie Crossetti. 4-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. The Crow goes back to the dugout. A strikeout victim, 2 outs. Red Wolf. Hit column roll for Red Wolf. Not a tremendous amount of power. Let's see. 5-5 though is a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Red Wolf goes deep, and it's now 6-2. Gets the Yankees a little closer. Joe DiMaggio. 34 is a fly ball deep to center field. Jerry Benjamin goes back to the track and makes the catch in front of the wall. 3 outs, but the Yankees score on the Red Wolf home run. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Grays 6, and the Yankees 2. Buck Leonard leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Grays. And 3-5 is a base hit for Buck Leonard. That is only his 4th hit of the series. Not been a lot to write home about for Buck Leonard. But he does have 3 of those 4 hits that have gone over the wall. Here is Henry Spearman. High batting average in 1938, but limited at bats. Pitch to Spearman. 3-3 roll is a hit column roll for Henry Spearman. And 16 will be a double for Spearman. Buck Leonard goes to third. Second and third, and Matt Carlisle is the batter. Carlisle is 2 for 2 today, and 7 for 21 for the series. He's having a great series. Here's the pitch to Carlisle. 1-5. That's an 11. RBI single to left field. Leonard scores. Spearman goes to third. And Matt Carlisle has his 3rd hit. This one has a RBI attached to it. 7-2. Homestead, 1st and 3rd. Carlisle can steal, and we're going to roll, see if he's going to be thrown out. 21, he is thrown out. Bill Dickey throws out Carlisle. 11 through 26 gets him out. Second baseman Joe Gordon taking that throw. Now there's one out, and the shortstop, Jelly Jackson's the batter. Still have a man at third. Just for fun, let's try to squeeze him home. Here's the pitch. 51 is a 14. Hit by pitch ball. Hit by pitcher. That's a dead ball, and the runner goes back to third. But the batter, Jelly Jackson, is injured, and he'll have to leave the game. That's going to be a problem defensively for the Homestead Grays. Jelly Jackson's also the backup second baseman. So he's the only rated second baseman on this limited squad. There's only 16 players on the team. So Jelly Jackson goes out of the game, and Jack Johnson, who's normally a third baseman, will have to play out of position at second base, meaning he comes into with a rating of 4, one below the usual ratings for weak second baseman. And that lowers the Homestead Grays defense to a defensive column 2. And meanwhile, we're going to roll for a brawl. This is the second time a Homestead Gray has been hit. Actually, probably shouldn't roll for a brawl because that was not on purpose. I mean, that was to prevent the suicide squeeze. I've told pitchers to throw at batters when I knew. There was a time when I was coaching in high school I was able to steal the sign of the opposing team, and there were a couple times I knew a suicide squeeze was coming, so the automatic instruction to the pitcher on that situation is hit the batter. So as all the dust settles, runners are on the corners with one down, and the pitcher, Roy Partlow, comes to bat. He singled and drove in a run his last at bat. Umpires don't eject the pitcher. A warning has been given, but they understand the situation. Here's the pitch to Roy Partlow, 56. 34 is skied to left, and Merle Hogue will roll for the depth. 1-2 will be too shallow to score the runner on third. 3 through 6 will be deep enough, and it's deep enough. Partlow drives in his second run of the game. It's now 8-2. Homestead. Jerry Benjamin comes to bat. 5-5, that's an 8 against AC. A single to center field. Jack Johnson will go to third. Timeout. All right, Wes Farrell has not been effective, so they're going to bring in Poison Ivy Andrews to pitch to Vic Harris. He doesn't get the bump up. Harris is a left-handed batter. Here's the pitch to Harris. 46 is a 12. Ground ball to Lou Gehrig. Takes it unassisted for the third out. So the Grays score twice in the fifth inning. We'll go to the sixth. 8-2 Homestead. For the sixth inning, it'll be Lou Gehrig, Bill Dickey, and Tommy Heinrich. Here's the pitch to Gehrig. The Yankees are down by 6 runs, 44. That's a base hit for the Iron Horse. He's 2 for 3 today. Average speed at first. Catcher Bill Dickey. 45 is going to be a base on balls. And this is what the Yankees need if they want to crawl back into this game. Lots of base runners. Partlow will now be facing old reliable Tommy Heinrich. 3-1 is another walk. Bases are loaded. Here is Flash Gordon. Activity in the Homestead Grays bullpen. Lou Dula is warming up. Yankees have the bases loaded. The Homestead Grays are going to play the infield at normal depth. Hope to get a double play out of this mess. All right, can Flash Gordon put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here we go. 5-5 is an 8 against a C pitcher. That's a solid single over the head of the shortstop. And now 2 runs will score. Heinrich goes to third. Gordon has 2 RBIs. And the Yankees cut the lead in half, 8-4. That's the end of the line for Roy Partlow. New pitcher for the Homestead Grays is Louis Dula. He is a grade D pitcher. He'll be pitching to Merle Hogue, so he'll be a grade C pitching to Hogue for 1 batter only. Infield still back, hoping for double play. 21 is fly ball to left field. Let's see if it's deep enough to score Heinrich. It is not. It is too shallow. First out of the inning. Infield still back. Yankees are not going to pinch hit here. They're a little thin in the bullpen. Hadley's not available after pitching a few innings yesterday. They don't want to dip into their closer before Game 7 and burn him up. Let's see. I might try another squeeze play. Andrews squares around to bunt. 6-5 is a 35. Foul ball, strike 1. Still trying to bunt. 24. 27. Foul ball, strike 2. That determined to squeeze. Go back to normal hitting. Here's the 2 strikes. 4-4 is an 8. What do you know? He couldn't get the bunt down, but Ivy Andrews gets a single. And Gordon goes to third. 8-5 to the top of the order, and Frankie Crosetti. 2-2 roll. That's a base hit for Crosetti. Same thing. Runners go first and third. Run scores. RBI for Crosetti. Yankees are clawing back. It's 8-6. Red Wolf. 2 outs. 8th batter in the inning. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Red Wolf. And 34 is a double, scoring Crosetti, scoring Chandler. And we have a brand new ball game. 8-8. Wow, the Yankees have come all the way back. And now, Joe DiMaggio. 31, that's a base hit. 9-8. Lou Gehrig. Timeout. Homestead Grays are going to bring in a new pitcher. That is Roy Lefty Wellmaker. He's a grade D pitcher, Y modifier. He'll be a grade C pitcher for 1 batter only, pitching to Lou Gehrig. The Yankees have a man on first. That's Joe DiMaggio. And Lou Gehrig at the plate. Here's the pitch to Gehrig. 1-2 is a 25. Wellmaker makes it well by throwing a double play. 4-6-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. After the Yankees put up 7 runs in the 6th, it's the Yankees 9 and the Homestead Grays 8. It's been a slugfest here in Game 6, and I'm not sure we've seen the last of the scoring as I watch Josh Gibson walk to the plate. Here's a pitch from Poison Ivy Andrews, a grade D pitcher, no modifiers. Pitch to Gibson is going to be hit hard. Second column roll for Josh. And 62 is going to be a 4. That's a double for Josh Gibson. Gibson is 2 for 3 today. The Grays led 4-0 in yesterday's game, and they didn't score after that. The Yankees scored the final 8 runs in that game. Grays did get 1 more, but they were outscored 8-1 after they were up 4-0 yesterday. Big Jim Williams comes to bat. 2-6 is a 27. Ground ball to third base. Red Wolf snatches it up, throws to first, and Gibson must hold it second. One down. Buck Leonard. 4-3 is a roller back to the pitcher, Andrews. 3-1. Okay, that's a roller to the first baseman. Andrews covering. Gibson goes to third, 2 outs. Henry Spearman. Tying run is 90 feet away. There are 2 down. Andrews pitches to Spearman, 3-5. That's a base hit. That'll tie the score. RBI single for Spearman. He is 2 for 3, and his score is now 9-9. Matt Carlisle. Let's see, that's a strikeout. 3 outs for the Homestead Grays. They score once. We go to the 7th inning with a new game again, 9-9. Bill Dickey and Tommy Heinrich will lead off the 7th inning. They're the only 2 Yankees who have not got a hit yet in this game. Here's a pitch to Dickey. 54 is a fly ball to right field, and that is caught by Big Jim Williams. Here's Tommy Heinrich. 52 is a 27. Ripped the other way to third base, caught by the third baseman. Spearman throws out Tommy Heinrich. 2 outs. Joe Gordon, American League MVP in 1942, Rookie of the Year in 38. 1-6 is a 28. That's going to be another ground out, this time to shortstop. And the shortstop, Jack Johnson, throws to first. 3 outs. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 9-9 tie. Jack Johnson, who came into the game after Jelly Jackson was injured on a hit by pitch. Jackson will lead off the bottom of the 7th. 13 is a base on balls. Average speed at first. Here's the pitcher, Roy Wellmaker. Wellmaker will try to sacrifice. 51 is a 9. The bunt is down. Red Wolf picks it up, throws the first. 1 away. And Johnson goes to second base. Successful sacrifice. Here's the top of the order, and Jerry Benjamin. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Player manager Vic Harris. 4-3 is a ground ball to first base, fielded by Lou Gehrig. Makes the play unassisted. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 8th. 9-9 tie. Like I say, this is quite a battle between 2 heavyweights. The Homestead Grays were 56 and 14 in league play, and many point to this 38 team as the greatest team in the Negro Leagues ever produced. And you look at the Yankees, they won 99 games in their 1938 season, but they were the first team to win a 3rd straight World Championship. They were battling it out here. Merle Hogue steps into the box. Wellmaker is still on the mound, a grade D white pitcher. Base hit for Merle Hogue to lead off the 8th inning. Average speed at first base. Here's the pitcher, Poison Ivy. Andrews, he's going to sacrifice. 43 is a 12. Bunted too hard down the third base line. Spearman picks it up, throws to second, and gets Merle Hogue at second. Fielder's choice, failed sacrifice. Ivy Andrews is a runner at first. He's a slow runner, so we'll play it safe unless we say otherwise with all slow runners. Frankie Corsetti comes to bat. 52 is a 27. Ground ball to third base. Spearman throws the second in time for Chandler, or for the pitcher, Andrews. But the throw to first is not in time to get Corsetti, fielder's choice. 2 outs. Here is Red Wolf. Having a great day. He is 2 for 4 with a homer, double, and 3 RBIs. 6-4 is a walk. Pushes a Yankee into scoring position at second base for Joe DiMaggio. Here's the pitch to the Yankee Clipper. 24 is a fly ball to left field. Mile high, medium depth. It's caught by the left fielder, Vic Harris. That closes out the top of the 8th. Yankees don't score. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees 9 and the Homestead Grays 9. Josh Gibson will lead off the last of the 8th inning for the Homestead Grays. He's 2 for 3 today and 8 for 18 with 3 home runs during the series. Here's the pitch to Josh Gibson. 5-6 is a pop-up to third base. Red Wolf corrals it, and there's 1 down. Thought we got a 6-6, which would have been another bomb for Gibson. Here is Big Jim Williams. 3-2 is a ball hit on the ground to second base. Joe Gordon corrals it, throws to first. 2 up and 2 down for the Homestead Grays. Buck Leonard had a frustrating series. Let's see what Buck Leonard could do. He is 1 for 4 today. 3-4. It's not going to get it done. It's a fly out to Joe DiMaggio in center. The Grays go in order. We go to the top of the 9th. Yankees 9, Homestead Grays 9. This is probably the first time I've had 9s wild on the scoreboard. 9 and 9 in the 9th. That scoreboard, by the way, can be ordered from MoonlightGramsMarketplace.com, and that's down in the description. And you can find that scoreboard too in a kid's toy, Sports Guys. It's a little tub that has 2 teams of base runners and that scoreboard. And that you can find probably at Walmart or someplace like that. Here is Lou Gehrig leading off the top of the 9th inning. Tied game. It's been blow by blow today. 32, fly ball to right field, taken by Big Jim Williams. Gehrig is the first out of the Yankee 9th. Bill Dickey. 52 is a ground ball to Henry Spearman at third. He's got time. Dickey's a slow runner. 2 outs. Tommy Heinrich. And that's a base hit for Heinrich. That's his first hit in the game. 2 outs, the base runner for the Yankees. Here's Joe Gordon. Joe Gordon had a great World Series against the Cubs. He hit 400 in 1938. 4-4 roll for Gordon. That's a base hit. With 2 outs, Heinrich goes to third. We're going to call timeout here and take a big chance. The Homestead Grays, Womaker has been pitching well, but they're going to go to the bullpen and bring in Big Train Tom Parker and move the D grade to a C. Yeah, that will be a C grade. Parker is normally a DYW pitcher, but it's going to be a C grade, pitching to right-handed Merle Hogue. Parker's right-handed, and they will pitch to Hogue. The pitcher's on deck, but there are 2 outs. Parker's got a W modifier, which is not good, with bases loaded, so he's going to pitch to Hogue. Infield will be back with 2 outs. Big moment in this game. Can the Yankees take the lead here? Here's the pitch to Merle Hogue. 36 is a walk. Yeah, the risky move doesn't pay off. Bases are loaded. Now I got a DYW pitcher in there to pitch to the pinch hitter for the Yankees, George Alexander Twinkletoes Selkirk, who had been getting a day of rest. Can Twinkletoes put the Yankees on top. The bases are loaded. Here's the pitch. 43 is a ground ball to shortstop. Jack Johnson snags it and throws to first. 3 outs. Yankees load the bases but don't score in the ninth. We go to the last of the ninth. New York 9 and Homestead 9. New pitcher for New York is going to be John Murphy, Grandma. This is his 3rd appearance in the series. He has pitched 1 1/3 innings, given up 1 run, and has a save. Henry Spearman, the 3rd baseman, will lead off for the Homestead Grays here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pitch to Henry Spearman is a hit column roll for Spearman, and that's going to be a great start for the Grays here in the 9th. 36 is a double. Grays are trying to survive in this series and take it to Game 7. Here's the 2nd baseman, Matt Carlisle. 3 for 3 today, 8 for 22 in the series. He's having a great series. Here's the pitch to Carlisle. 1-5 is an 11. That's a hit. And rounding 3rd, trying to score, is Spearman. The hit was to the left. Here's a throw from Merle Hogue. He is out at the plate. The Grays don't walk it off there. Fast runner Carlisle goes to second on the throw. But Spearman, trying to score, is out 7-2. Dickey applied that tag. Look at little Matt Carlisle. What a day he's having. He is now 4 for 4. Jack Johnson comes to bat. A lot of 7s on that card, and the Yankees are going to talk it over here. And I think they're going to go ahead and pass Jack Johnson to set up a potential double play. Runners on first and second, 1 down. Parker is going to have to bat for himself. He was only a 129 hitter in 1938. He's not one of the Homestead Grays' good hitting pitchers. There's just nobody else left in the bullpen. You've got Walker pitched 6 innings plus yesterday. Ray Brown pitched the complete game 2 games ago. And Partlow, Dula, and Wellmaker have been used already in this game. There is nobody else left to pitch. Negro League teams carried about 16 players, and they had a limited roster, so Big Tom Parker is going to have to bat. Now, maybe he could bunt, but there's no point in getting runners at second and third with 2 outs. He's going to swing away. Here's the pitch from Grandma Murphy to Big Train Tom Parker. 63 is a fly ball to center field, and that's caught by Joe DiMaggio for the 2nd out. And that brings us to the top of the order, Jerry Benjamin. Benjamin is 1 for 4 today, but he's having a great series as well. 8 for 22. Here's the pitch to Jerry Benjamin. Can he walk it off for the Homestead Grays? 46 is a ground ball to first base. Lou Gehrig snags it and makes the play. Homestead Grays threaten in the 9th, but they don't get it done. We go to the 10th inning, 9-9. There's no doubt in my mind that these Negro League teams were great teams, but the one disadvantage they have with most of the white teams is the pitching depth, because they didn't carry very many people, and that may play out here today. Here's Frankie Corsetti leading off for the Yankees. Yankees are at the top of the order. 23 is a ground ball back to Parker. Throw to first. Corsetti is the first out of the 10th inning. Red Wolf. 2 for 4, a homer, double, and 3 RBIs today. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll. Could be another extra base hit for Red Wolf. 52 is just a single, but with the 11, he can steal on the next pitch. Josh Gibson's rated 9 as a catcher. 11 through 26, he'll be out. He's going to try to steal. Here's a throw from Josh Gibson. 22, he's guns him down. Rolf is out trying to steal. 3-4. 2 outs and the bases are clear for Joe DiMaggio. Here's Parker's pitch to the Yankee Clipper. 5-5 is a base hit. These teams are pitching or reaching out and trying hard for victory. They've had 2 base runners now thrown out in the last 2 half innings on the bases. Lou Gehrig comes to bat. Gehrig's had a good day. He is 2 for 5, doubled, single, scored a run. Here's a pitch to the Iron Horse, 9, that's a hit. Turns out to be an infield single for Lou Gehrig. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Bill Dickey, 300 hitter. As a catcher, here's the pitch to Dickey, 51, that's a base hit. Lined over the shortstop, DiMaggio will score, and Lou Gehrig will go to third. RBI single for Bill Dickey puts the Yankees on top, 10-9. First and third, 2 outs. All this happened with 2 outs in the inning. Tommy Heinrich. 6-5 is a 35. Foul ball. Popped up behind first base, giving chase as a second baseman. And Matt Carlisle puts it away. That ends the Yankee half of the 10th inning, but they score 1. New York 10 and Homestead 9. Johnny Murphy returns to the mound to pitch the last of the 10th inning. Try to nail this down. This is where the firemen get paid. Johnny Murphy is a grade C pitcher, no modifiers. He's got to face a tough part of the Grays order. Vic Harris, 297 hitter. Josh Gibson, 370 hitter. And Big Jim Williams hit 331 in 1938. Here's the pitch to Vic Harris. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field. Tommy Heinrich is under it and makes the catch. 1 down in the bottom of the 10th inning. Homestead Grays have got to score to stay in this series. Here is Josh Gibson. The pitch from Murphy to Josh Gibson. 46 is a ground ball to third base. Red Wolf is up with it, throws to first. 2 down, and it's going to be all up to Big Jim Williams. He is 8 for 23 in the series with 3 doubles. Here's the pitch to Williams. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. The left fielder, Merle Hogue, who made that key play in the 9th inning, throwing out the runner at home, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. The final score: the New York Yankees 9 and the New York Yankees 10, and the Homestead Grays 9. We'll be back with a wrap-up. Both of these outstanding teams came to this game here in Pittsburgh Ford Field ready for war, and they put on a show. The Yankees had 10 runs on 17 hits. Every position player hit safely. They committed no errors. And the Homestead Grays had 9 runs on 15 hits. Every position player had hits. And they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher is Poison Ivy Andrews. 3 innings pitch, 1 earned run. He's the winning pitcher. Johnny Murphy got the save, 1 inning pitch, no runs. The loss goes to Big Train Tom Parker, 1 1/3 innings and 1 run allowed. Only 1 home run in a game, and that was by the Yankee third baseman, Red Wolf, in the 5th inning, a solo home run. A lot of key moments in this game. One was Merle Hogue throwing a runner out at the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning to keep the game alive for the Yankees. But today's star of the game is Red Wolf. He goes 3 for 5, a single, double, and a homer. Scored 2 runs and drove in 3 runs. Red Wolf is the star of the game. Red Wolf was a native of New Hampshire and went to Dartmouth University, an Ivy League school. They had a great baseball team, headed up by former Major Leaguer Jeff Tesreau. Tesreau told the Yankees about Wolf, and eventually they recruited Red Wolf, and he made it into the Yankee lineup in 1934. Played about half the season, hit 287 his rookie year. On the team, he was good friends with Lou Gehrig. Both were college educated. Both were cribbage players together on long train rides. and both enjoyed reading literature. Red Wolf is the star of today's game, and the Yankees are the winners of the Super Series with a very tough 1938 Homestead Grays. Hope you enjoyed this series. We'll start another one shortly, and there's three of them in mind. 1924 Monarchs against the Washington Senators, or the 42 Monarchs against the 42 Cardinals, and the 25 Hilldale Daisies against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I haven't decided between those three, but we'll start up another one tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.